could not mind my background. I came out to do some sports, Kambachalo ball. But before I go into that, I want to shook my mouth for waiting to happen for Nigeria. As you know my position, the imbalance and injustice in Nigeria is alarming. And Nigeria is, the Nigerian government itself is a disgrace to governance and the rule of law. Oh yes. Okay, let me tell you this. You remember the time, I think last year, yeah? Some men invaded the National Assembly, yeah? And they took away violently the maize, the symbol of authority, or the second tier of governance in Nigeria. The maize was recovered. How they recovered it, who they arrested, nobody was arraigned before the court. That is the greatest slap on Nigeria as a sovereign country. But yet, nobody is being prosecuted or arraigned before the court. Now, the Shiites, they are protesting with respect to the arrest of their leader. They came to the National Assembly. From what they said,
the people that vandalized vehicle yesterday were police officers in Mufti. They have said it back to July 2018 when the former FCT Commissioner of Police in person of Sadiq Bello, he said it at Channel TV that whenever we comes out, they have their people in Mufti beside us. And you can see even today at the protest, you see people beside. We have been telling them to join or to leave, but they refuse because they are security forces in Mufti. So it is security forces that vandalize vehicle, it is security forces that shoot their people in uniform in order to justify what they did. So people should know we have been protesting. Look at it today peacefully. Even yesterday, the protest took more than 2 hours peacefully until when they attacked the protesters before it's finished.
You heard it from him. They said that whenever they are doing protests, they observe that some imposters, join the protest to cause violence. I'm not making a case for them. But the truth of the matter is that after that protest, people were arrested, immediately arraigned to court, most of them minors.
As we all know, it's this Shiite case. Those people who are always protesting for the release of their leader, El Zazaki, national security override any personal interest. So for that reason, we pray to the Honorable Court to keep them in custody so that these boys, particularly the minors, will not continue to be used to unleash mayhem in the name of protest to the society. And the court granted our prayer, and he said that they should be remanded in custody. And that is what happened. So we'll be taking them to the custody, all of them.
Between the Shiite protest and the invaders of National Assembly to take away the maize, who is supposed to be behind bars as we are speaking? That is Nigeria for you. Now, let me draw it down to the Biafra agitation. Yeah? If it happened to be the Biafran people that are protesting, just like the Shiites, you hear scores of people that were killed. But here, not such violence was used. Nobody was recorded to be killed. That is Nigeria for you. Now, the most worrisome is the, Ruga threat, the 30-day ultimatum by Coalition of Northern Youths to the Southeasterners to accept Ruga, or they will go into the next line of action, which we all know what it could be. Now, Rafo was a Biafran, the leader of Masol, came up to tell the Biafran people, the Southeasterners, they should not panic, that they are up to the task to make sure that Ruga is not brought to our homeland. He was invited by the DSS, while those who gave 30 days ultimatum to accept Ruga or they unleash mayhem on the Southeast, nobody was called. None of them were arraigned before the court or being arrested or called by the DSS to come and answer for what they say. or the threat. But the man that did not make any threat is being invited. That is Nigeria for you. Ozrike made his own statement. In case you thought he made a threat, you can listen to him.
Ekwugo na ya na nsogbu ndị Igbo nwere bụ ndị na-achị ha, ndị si ha bụ gọvanọs na ndị si ha bụ ndị isi ọhaneze, ama ha gụrụ jiri ekwuru gị na mbọsị gara aga, amaghị ha na-eme, ama ha politiks, ọ ha wụ nsogbu ndị Igbo nwere. Luka Buhari pụtara sị na ya suspendele ya Luka. Ọ na-ene anya ofu nwatakịrị ọwụ ha tinye ya si apụ okwu si na ihe Buhari kwuru abụọ ya na enyere Buhari 30 days na ọ bụrụ na otighachara Luka na nke a ga-eme, nke ọzọ a ga-eme.
The implementation of the Ruga initiative to desist and give peace a chance, we place President Buhari and the federal government on notice that they must act to halt and completely stop this raging madness within 30 days, beginning from today, Wednesday, July 3, 2019. For the avoidance of doubt, we advise the federal authorities and the southern leaders to heed the 30-day notice, failing which we would most definitely be left with no option than to consider resorting to our decisive line of action.
Onye isi ọhaneze ndị Igbo amachapụta sawa nwatakịrị okwu, nwatakịrị na-enweghị ihe ọ bụrụ onye isi ndị Hausa, ọ bụrụ onye isi ndị youth leaders, ọsawa ya okwu nọ n'elu ya na-asị ndị Igbo go and defend yourselves, go and defend yourselves. Ọmaba n'ọnya ha, nwatakịrị na-enwere isi na-ekwu okwu, onye isi ọhaneze na-asa ya okwu. Ọnwa na onwe ndị dịrị nwatakịrị akpụ okwu ahụ. Nwanza nọ na iro na-agba egwu, mana enwe nke nọ n'ọhịa na-akpọ ya egwu. Ị na-asị ndị Igbo defend yourselves. With what? You know, they defend themselves. Meeting on like April before you ask ndị Igbo defend yourselves. Elebe ha defend themselves. Ka ọ n'ugwu Hausa, ka ọ n'ala Yoruba, ka ọ n'ala Igbo, ka ọ in the diaspora. Ka ebe sa defend themselves. Ekpola ndị isi ha nọ n'ugwu Hausa ma n'ala Yoruba, jụọ ha ma ha dị capable of defending themselves. And all unilaterally, it's in the Igbo, defend yourselves. Okay, sir, Mayor. Okay, sir,
You heard him? Good. Now, between him and the man that made the threat, who should be arrested or who should be called to answer to the DSS? Who is a security threat? Now, you now see the kind of society we found ourselves, the kind of contraption we have been subjected to be part of. And that is why we're doing what we're doing, to make sure that we have a fair society where nobody is above the law, where justice is upheld, where nobody is more of a citizen than the other. And that is why my people want a free state, and there is no apology to that. And that is why I'm just making this video. I am not here to say too much, because if ball can be but before I go, I wouldn't go without dropping this to you. Remember, we have said no to Fulani cow, this infested Fulani cows. We have said no to that, and I'm happy some people are showing up interest. I'm happy that people are showing up interest to invest in Igbo cow, and we are going to go into that with full force. Say no to Fulani cows and stop eating them. It has to start from me and you. But we are all zipping up our throat against Fulani cows, because we wouldn't continue to fuel the business that is bringing threat to our doorstep. We are breeding our own livestock, and you should patronize it. That is our campaign. BVI Channel 1 is Igbo-centric and Biafra-centric. Anything that will bring political stability, development, economic development, and advancement in our homeland, that is what we are after, and we have no apology to anyone. And I advise the stakeholders to start looking towards that direction, or else the people will rise and take over their destiny by force. That is where I'll be tapping it up. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep following. Drop your comment. We'll read it. We'll continue to build a very formidable society right here to change our cause for good. Goodbye and God bless you. Now, can there's a pichalo and there's a pichalo ball, ball now.